Jumbo fellow adventurers, Mike Dooley, time for a spiritual tune-up. Okay, what to talk about next? Well, yesterday I left off in a conversation about ego and what our goal is and why we are here in life. And I talked about how our personality and our ego is the confluence of many thoughts and many earlier decisions and can be our best friend if we relegate it with truth. Um, in the end of the conversation, I brought up the point of life. And I said that the point of life is to live it. It is to be here. It is to explore, to discover, to decide what happens next. It is not love. And too often I feel like love being held understandably in such high regard in this adventure sometimes makes its way to a list of the reason we are here is love. And it's all about love. And I think that's a real misnomer and a real misleading way to understand the nature of reality, because then all of a sudden you're on this track of trying to be more loving and being mad at yourself that you're not, and thinking that God is withholding love and only gives it to those who behave a certain way and do certain things on certain days. Love in that light is something that you can lose. Love in that light is something you've got to go find. And, it's just not that exciting. And excuse me for saying that, and the rest of this talk might put that into perspective. But the point I left off on last night carries over to today. We're here for the adventure of it, to see what happens, because we can, because it's there, because it's fleeting, because it's temporary, and we are eternal. It is an adventure. That's why we're here. So to explain love and its equation in all of this, there's two types of love, if you will, for discussion purposes. There's divine love, universal love, the love of God. That's one type of the two. And that type of love, many of you are on board, but many in the world are not, is unconditional, does not need to be earned. You do not need to go to confession. You do not have to choose a particular religion. You do not have to do anything, period. You can veg out, you can be a goody two-shoes, or as you learn your lessons, you might make mistakes and you might hurt other people. You're still adored. Divine love is truly unconditional, whereas human love is almost always conditional. And some people might think, well, I love you unconditionally and I love you no matter what. If that person lied to you, if that person stole from you, if that person stabbed you in the back with a pen, if that person did worse things, would you love them still? And if your answer is yes, well, then you're way ahead of the game. Virtually all love in the human sense is conditional, which means it has nothing to do, it is not even a distant cousin to divine love, which is always everywhere, all the time. To use that worn out analogy, it's like a fish doesn't know what water is, right? Well, we don't know what love is because there's nothing but love. I mean, I look out the window at the air, at the trees, at the blue sky, at the mote of dust, at the bobcat and the raccoon this morning that we're tangling. All pure love. It's pure love, pure acceptance, zero judgment forever and ever and ever. All in a dance of becoming. Whereas human love too often is not love at all. It's, as Neil Donald Walsh says, it's need. I need you very, very much. Oh, I need you so, so, so much. I can't live without you. I'm not complete without you. That's not love. That's desperation. That's neediness. That's not love. Now, we are capable of feeling love. And as our adventures into these exotic illusions transpire and we learn and we grow, and love is something that can be part of the equation. I mean, it's unavoidable, divine love. We're just showered in love all the time. But if you can clue into more love, that's already there. You don't have to find it. You don't have to make it. You just have to kind of see what's there all the time, then the wheels are greased, the fun begins, there's joy, camaraderie. Here's the key to incorporating love into your life without making something that's lost or a variable or something to be found or so conditional. The key is this. There's a total correlation. Look at this infinity symbol. On one side, truth. The other side, love. The one side, truth. The other side, love. Truth, love, truth, love. The more truth you see in the world, the more love you feel. Real love. The greater the truth, the more unconditional the love. And it works in reverse. The more love you choose to allow in, that you choose to see, that you choose to feel, the more truth you will experience. Think of falling in love with somebody. They can't do anything wrong. You would forgive almost anything. You just see the goodness in that person. You see the truth. You see the divinity because you have let love lead the way, and everything is rainbows and unicorns. This is good. You can aspire to that, and it will reveal more of life's truth to you. Conversely, the more you know somebody, you really know them, maybe a family member that you wouldn't normally pick to be a best friend, but you know them so deeply, you just love them. You love them so much because truth is love. Love is truth. The more love, the more truth, the more truth, the more love. And when you have truth and love unleashed like that, then your discoveries, the fun, the gains, the adventures, the discoveries, everything is so much better. But it's not a goal, and you cannot get it wrong. You've never been judged. You will never be judged. So perhaps this will shed some light on, looking for love or love being the goal. It is not. It's always there. Can't avoid it. Divine love. We're bathed in it 24/7. Feel it now. But you'll feel more of it as you clue into truth and as you ask bigger questions about the nature of reality. Who am I? Why am I here? What can I do with my life and how can I do it? You will be connecting dots. The truth will be summoned and attracted. You will get that we are all brothers and sisters. You will get that you are all powerful. You will totally know that you're an unlimited being of light, an eternal creation, a spark of the divine. And man, will you be in love with everything, everywhere, all the time. This is the ecstasy I referred to last night that is in all the books about yogis and meditation. Their endpoint is to detach from the entanglement of Maya and be basking in pure truth, which is pure love, which was there all along, unleashing ecstasy. May you have an ecstatic Wednesday. The best of your life so far. Tally ho, everybody. Lots of love. Post your questions below on Facebook or Instagram. This is where I get my talking points. And hey, let me tell you, if you're not getting notes from the universe, tut.com. And if you want to go deeper than I typically go on a spiritual tune-up, every Tuesday I do a 20 to 30 minute mini manifesting workshop for Infinite Possibility members. Go to tut.com. See you there. Thanks, everyone. Have a great